Good morning and welcome to our channel Aussie Bicolana Lifestyle. Today I shall be preparing an old-fashioned dessert pineapple tart that was handed down by my grandparents many years ago. I would like to share this recipe with you and I hope you enjoy preparing it and enjoy eating it as well. First of all, we separate 4 egg yolks from the egg, which we'll be using in the dough. But we need half egg white to go together with the 4 egg yolks. So I'm adding half in. Half egg white. That's the first step. Okay, so now let's prepare the dough. First of all, we'll get a nice round bowl. Then what we'll do is we will take the flour, the 500 grams of plain all-purpose flour, put it in there. We will add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We'll mix it up a little bit. We'll make a hole in the center. We will put the 4 egg yolks and half an egg white into the flour. And we put in the 500 grams of butter. It has to be a little bit on the hard side in order for it to be nice and crumbly. So here we go, putting it together and mixing everything together. Don't be afraid to use your hands. Now I'm doing this recipe from my grandparents' way of doing things. So there are people who are doing it differently, but this is the way my grandparents did this. So we'll make it crumble, mix the dough together, making sure that you don't mix with your hands, because you don't want the butter to melt. Because what happens when the butter melts? When you put the pastry in the oven, it will be too oily. So we'll keep it like this, keep it going. See how crumbly it is? It's very simple. Nothing difficult about making pineapple tarts the Eurasian way. Now I'm from Singapore, living in Australia, Sydney, Australia, and I do miss some of these old recipes. So what we do is in Australia we learn how to cook, how to make cakes. So here we go, not overdoing, right? It's all getting into the mix now. That's it. It's becoming into like a dough. Especially Christmas time, birthdays, you know, special occasions. The Eurasian community where I come from in Singapore, they bake cakes like this. Very popular. So as you can see, it's very crumbly. You might make a little bit of a mess around you, but that doesn't matter. As long as the dough is properly handled. It's starting to get to the texture which I want. Okay, from now on, it's all done. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to add the 80 mils of water so that the whole thing will come together. Again, carefully kneading it, not overdoing it, just enough. Remember not to overdo it. It's about ready now. So what we'll do is, we'll make it into a round sort of ball, just like making bread. Alright, it's almost done. Now this is as simple as it can get. Okay, it's done. As you can see, I've made it into a round ball. What we're going to do now is, we are going to let it rest for about 10 minutes before we start rolling the dough. And that's the fun part. Okay, now that this is done, we leave it, cover it with a damp cloth. I've already prepared the damp cloth for 10 minutes, or maybe a little longer. Okay, 10 minutes is up, and it's time to create the shape of the tart. So what we do is, we take a little bit out, we do bit by bit. Remember, not too much handling of the dough, and we roll it. We roll it into the shape, into the thickness that is necessary. You can judge yourself how thick you want your tart to be. I don't want it too thick. I just want it just right. No hurry here. We've got all the time in the world. After all, we stay home and we do things like baking. It's my day off today, and it's a good time to do baking. Okay, so that's rolled out nice and thickness that I want. I will put the mold in, right, and then press in the center. Voila! This is what I get. This is how thick it is. See that? That's just right. Okay, we place here. We do some more. It's very nice and relaxing actually. The whole process is fun. Even for men. So guys, get out there, go do some baking. Make the wife happy. There we go. I'm using a plastic mold, which is only available for me here in Australia. I couldn't get the real metal one that those Nyonya people use, but it'll be alright for me. I don't mind. The shape is pretty nice, so there we go. So we line them up, and we go on and on and on, doing the same thing. don't worry that you might make mistakes, because we all have to learn somehow. Sometimes I do make mistakes myself, but hey, we learn from our mistakes. And I'm still learning. As long as it looks nice, it looks like a real tart, it tastes good, you're on the right track. You see, I'm not a chef or anything. I'm just an ordinary person creating things, make life more interesting. Don't just sit on the couch. See, when that's done, what we do is we get it all together again. As you can see, I'm using my tabletop here, which is made of sort of a marble thing, and it's perfect for pastry. See, bit by bit. There we go again. Remember, not too much handling. We go for another set. Remember, don't be afraid. Try. And you'll get better every time you do it. Okay, this time I'm going to make it a little thicker. A little thicker. There we go. You get, as you go along, you'll know how thick you really want this thing to be. Okay, so let's see how thick this is. Remember, when you put it, press in the center. Right? Press in the center. And take it out. Fantastic. See? Don't worry about how you're going to do it and which way you do it. Just do it. Sometimes, you know, you follow too many of these cooking channels and you got to do the right thing the proper way. No, you do it the way you think is comfortable for you. And have fun while you're doing it. This is supposed to be fun, not a torture. Cleaning the garage is a torture. This is fun. See how nice this is? It's getting there. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Just keep going. Just keep going. That's how you learn. There we go. We're getting there. Fantastic. Don't worry if it doesn't come out of the mold. Just pick it up and keep going. Don't be too bothered how you do it. Just do it the way you like to do it. There we go. We're almost finishing a tray. How nice is that? We probably get 2.5 trays. We'll see. Okay, we have just completed finishing making the shapes of the tarts. Altogether 79 tarts, pastry tarts, out of that one little ball that we made, the dough that we made. So it came out to be 79 exactly. Okay, now we are going to cut the pineapples and grate it with a grater so we can have a bit of a texture. So first of all, we cut pineapple. Beautiful pineapples we have here in Australia. And we prepare the filling, the pineapple filling for the tarts. Very easy. Get rid of the skin. Like I said, guys, don't be afraid to try. It's very easy. Once you get the hang of it, you're on your way. Okay, so if there's any kind of sharp things here, just get rid of the small little eye, they call it. Just get rid of that. Right, get rid of that, this triangle. Get rid of the sharp things that are in the pineapple. Clean it up. Okay, put this aside. We go for another one. I'm using two pineapples. Okay, now we're going to cut the pineapples into quarters. Like so. And there we go into the grating process. There we go. Get rid of some of that. The pineapples are very sweet. Okay, so we get rid of that. We're using the biggest grating part of the grater. Alright, so we get the good texture. So here we go, grate all the way. And press it down so that all the juice will come out. And you can use the juice later for yourself. If you want to have pineapple juice, it's there for you. All the juice has been drained. So now we go ahead with the cooking process. I am going to mix the cook the pineapple, and what I'm adding is 150 grams of sugar, 1 cinnamon stick, and 2 cloves. We get this fire going at a high heat. We place the pineapple into the pot. Remember, we've got to get rid of all the juice, and it turned into a nice brownish golden kind of color. So we're going to put the sugar in, 150 grams, 1 cinnamon stick, and 2 cloves. Okay, it's all done. As you can see, it's a beautiful golden brown. So we'll cool this off for about 1-2 hours, and then we'll put it on top of the tarts before we put it into the oven. At the moment, just let it cool off until it's ready to be put on tarts. Okay, what we've got here is the finished product of the pineapple which we cooked, and it's all ready. We cooled it down, and now it's ready to be put onto the tarts. See, make it into a ball like that and place it in. Okay, at 170 degrees we are going to put the tarts in. They'll be in there for around 15 minutes. After 15 minutes of being in the oven, I have taken out all the tarts and I've mixed 1 egg yolk with half egg white. This is what we're going to put around the pastry to make it nice and brown. Let the tarts rest for about 5-10 minutes, leaving it cool a little bit, and then we'll brush the sides of the tarts. This will give it nice golden colored tarts. And now they go back into the oven for another 15 minutes. Okay, it's time to take it out now. Oh wow. Beautiful, look at that. Perfect. Lovely. See how easy it was to make tarts? I am sure you will be able to make them too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.